It is a Friday, and I'm not sure what what camera I got on, so we're going to go from there. Again, I continue to struggle with connecting up, and it doesn't allow me to do it. So we're going to go direct by Facebook, and here we are. So really, it's important to realize that everything that I do is for you. I have 44 years in the financial services business, and 30 years ago, I went through some bad times. There was a lawsuit, and 3.5 years of time that went by that literally took away my confidence. And the miracle was that I was exonerated. You can go to FINRA, the report's there. I was exonerated, but during that period of time, I didn't know what was going to happen. And it led me down a path where for 3.5 years, I didn't make a lot of money, and I borrowed all the money that I could get. And what it did was it left me with a mountain of hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt. And then all of a sudden, a decision had to be made. Would I allow myself to go bankrupt, or would I suck it up and fix it? Well, obviously, I decided to suck it up. This has not been easy. It's been a long, arduous road. But the education that I gained in the last 29 years has been unbelievable, invaluable, and it has brought me to where I am today. And now I want to share that with you and help you find your way to the optimum, greatest future that can possibly be created. We're going to talk more about that today, but as we start every day on our live broadcast, we want to send out our prayers for those that have been impacted by COVID in some way. Our heart goes out. For those that have lost loved ones, and prayers for the loved ones that have been lost, that they are welcomed into the open arms of the Lord above. With that being said, I was finishing up yesterday talking about the 12 riches of life. I want to focus on those today, and then we'll talk about next week. Because next week I'm going to start something a little bit new, and I'm going to use what I refer to or will refer to as the book of the month. So every month we're going to have a book that is a personal growth, change your life type of book. And I'm going to integrate what the book has taught me and what it teaches us and how it integrates with our financial decisions, our personal decisions to make life better, more joyful, and so on. So you don't want to miss any of the shows coming up. We'll be here Monday through Friday at 12 noon every day with another story, another piece of information, and how it relates to the financial world that we all have to live in, we have to circumvent in order to hang on to our money. Because their purpose to maximize their financial well-being and their full potential. Remember the other side of the desk, there are 4 rules. I want all your money, more I'm going, keep forever, give back as little as possible. That allows the financial world all the way to Wall Street, around the world, to maximize their wealth and financial potential and run their businesses. I mean, I bet if you have mutual funds, you probably have bank stocks inside your mutual funds. You ever look? Did you ever go to your mutual fund, the investments that you have, and actually go to the prospectus of the mutual fund, go online, and look at all of the companies that are in there? Now, if you're a Christian person, man or woman, maybe you don't want to participate in companies that are sort of, they're on the not so good, naughty side. They're on the naughty side of life. Maybe they have something to do with abortions or whatever. Do you care about that? I don't know. Some people do. But the 12 riches of life, I'm going to bring you back up to date. The first one is positive mental attitude. Number 2 is sound physical health. Number 3 is harmony in human relationships. Number 4 is freedom from fear. Fear is false evidence appearing real. Hope of achievement and capacity for faith. Those were the 6 that I talked about yesterday. Capacity for faith, the connecting link between the conscious mind of man and the great universal reservoir of infinite intelligence. Now, I don't know if that resonates with you or not, but it should, because that power of the mind is beyond anybody's understanding. And throughout our life, I can think back of times in my life that it wasn't me. Something saved my rear end. Some line of thinking, some ether, something in the ether entered my body and protected me in some way. I pray Jabez's prayer every day. And if you've never heard of the Jabez prayer, look it up. It is the most powerful prayer on the planet that I think of. Oh Lord, that you would bless me indeed and enlarge my territory, that your hand would be upon me and keep me from evil, and that I may not cause pain. If you think of that, there was a book written, it's called the Jabez Prayer. You can buy it, it's a small book, but it takes every line, every word of that prayer, and it talks about the power that is in that prayer. Number 7, willingness to share one's blessings. You know, riches that are not shared, whether material riches or intangibles, wither and die like a rose on a severed stem. We have to share our blessings, folks. The more you give, the more you get. I've heard that before, so that you can give more. It's not about giving and then, okay, where's mine? It's about giving to get more so that you can give more. Am I not my brother's keeper? So much in life, in dealing with everything we do, the more right you are with the Lord above and with yourself, and the person that looks back in the mirror, the greater the opportunity to find joy and happiness and success in your life. Number 8, labor of love. You know, this is really important because there is no richer man than a man that has found his labor of love. Remember I said the other day, I talked about 2 dates in life, you know? It's either the day you were born or the day you figured out why you were born. And I pray that you never, never, never stop searching for that reason why until you find it. I believe, blessed by the Lord, that I found mine maybe 15, 18 years ago that has led me to where I'm at today, to where it's all about giving back. I have all this experience and things that I've experienced, and it's a learning experience to share with other people. You know, when you're going through life, there's always going to be challenges. The next challenge comes along, and the more mentoring, mentors, coaches, I mean, a coach can be a book you read. A mentor in life can be a book you read of somebody that had great accomplishments. You know, people, it's funny because I'll talk to people about it and I'll say, you need to buy this book. You need to buy Think and Grow Rich. And when you're done with it, then you buy How to Win Friends and Influence People. Those 2 books, those are the core of all core of success and well-being and happiness in life. Because life isn't about you, it's about the relationships we have with other people and ongoing. And to find that labor of love, that thing that you're passionate about, I hope you feel my passion for what I'm doing. Because it's 24/7. It keeps me awake at night, and it's all I think about. An open mind on all subjects. I, the rules of human nature that Nelson Nash taught me, the arrival syndrome. You know, the golden rule, those that have the gold make the rules. That's one. Not the golden rule that you and I think about. It's different. But the arrival syndrome, and that's what this is talking about. An open mind on all subjects. You know, I'll be out in a crowd and a topic will come up and somebody will bring up the term life insurance. And I just watch people in the room when they realize you're a life insurance salesman. No, I don't sell life insurance. I help people acquire it in the correct way, in the proper amounts. And if it's done correctly, I can show you how to do it with no additional out-of-pocket cost. It is a financial tool as much as it is a life insurance policy. But that term, that subject will come up, and I simply watch people, they roll their eyes back in their head. Oh, I know all about that life insurance stuff. I've actually had people say that to me. And then I'll say, well, wait a minute. I've been doing this for 44 years and I still struggle with a couple ideas. Can I ask you a question? And I'll ask them a question about dividend paying mutual life insurance and the dividends and being an owner of the company. And they have no clue what you're talking about. Because the kind of things that I teach people are only available in a fraction of 1% of the entire marketplace of 850 plus companies. Less than 1% offer the kind of products that I talk about. Number 10, self-discipline. That is so hard for everybody to learn, self-discipline. You know, there's an old saying, you know, you really tell a person's character and their integrity by who they are when they're alone. Think about that for a minute. Your character, in a true sense, is the person you are when you are alone, by yourself, when nobody's looking. The person that looks back in the mirror, as I refer to it. Do you like that? Do you like the person in the mirror? That's what we're talking about. Number 11, the capacity to understand people. Number 10 is economic security. It is obtained and attained by the service that one renders. The service and the things we do in life are the rent for the space that we're in. And there's one on here, 9 motives of life. And this was part of number 11, the capacity to understand people. 9 motives of life. Let me share that with you. As we round up today, we're at 20 minutes out. Number 1, the emotion of love, the emotion of sex, the desire for material gain, the desire for self-preservation, the desire for freedom of body and mind, the desire for self-expression, the desire for perpetuation of life after death, the emotion of anger, and the emotion of fear. It is amazing, folks, how people in my life that have come into my life over the years, I look upon them as mentors and coaches and friends that have helped me change my life at times when it needed changed. It helped me to realize that sometimes it needed changed. Because I was stuck. I wasn't moving forward anymore. So I challenge you. I challenge you to join me and start the journey here. Tell other people about me. Come and listen to what I talk about. Spread the word. Let's one person at a time bring joy and happiness and purpose to people's lives. God bless. Get my book, The Family Money Farm, The CFO Project. You can get it at Barnes & Noble, Amazon, or any of the big booksellers. They all have it. You can communicate with me here, and I'll send you an autographed copy. We'll pay for it with a credit card through PayPal and take care of it that way. You can also go to CFO, Charlie Frank Auto, CFO CFO-project.com. Put in your name and email address. You'll get a link. You'll be able to download the book in its complete, full form onto your computer or into your cell phone so you can read it that way. But when you go to CFO-project.com, it's the beginning of the opportunity for education. Because I'm going to recommend that you spend $47 in there. Now you can go in there and you can also buy my book in there for $20 to get an autographed copy. $20 plus shipping and handling. So there's the offer. And really what's in there are 4 books and a 1-hour video. Life Insurance, Will It Pay When I Die? Live Your Life Insurance. Jumpstart Your Financial Freedom. And The Infinite Banking Concept by R. Nelson Nash, part 1 of that book. Change your life. The 1-hour video I created to answer probably most of the questions on the big view. How can I create more safe retirement income? How can I increase my retirement income? And how can I lower my taxes in retirement? If you have a debt problem, there is a segment of that video that talks about death and how to snowball and actually how to get out of debt. Change your life. I challenge you. God bless. We'll see you tomorrow, or not Monday. Tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. I may pop in here over the weekend, but I'll be back Monday at noon. And next week, we're going to start talking about Think and Grow Rich. We're going to go through the 13 principles of that book next month, all month long. We're going to go through the 13 principles and how each one of those principles, by understanding it, will absolutely increase your future well-being, future joy, future happiness, and most of all, your future financial well-being. So we'll see you next week. God bless. Bye-bye.